Okay, we're off the rack now. Okay, so now we want to get this master cylinder to usable height. So this is too far lean forward, too far down. So you want to get this thing where it's not quite level, and we don't want to be going back downhill again like this. You want to have about a 10 degree, 15 degree angle to it. So we need to be about here. So let's jam a piece of wood or something on this tire so it doesn't move. Maybe a ratchet or something like that, or a big pair of pliers. Wood might work also. No, not that. It's got to be, we got to jam another tire. So give me a 2x4. Give me that broken piece of wood there. Perfect. Jam it right there and I'll kick it in there. Let's have an angle. Right there, Kim. Move your hand. I won't hit you. I'm trying to block this so it doesn't rotate. Let's put it on the front side.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, right there. Kick it in right there. Give it a kick. Okay, right there. Okay, so you want to have a little bit of angle hill. Now, you got it tilted like this, which is not the best, but it's probably won't matter too much because you got the same problem. The bubbles, the air holes.
Right.
The liquid's in the center, and you got the bubbles up top.
Right.
So it's best if we can drop this down just a little bit.
Drop it real easy.
But we definitely want the angle hill, the angle this going down, and a little bit more probably won't hurt. Here we go. Now I got a nice downhill angle here, so the air can go up, the fluid goes down with gravity. And Mother Nature always works, unless you're in space, because she's not up there. That'd be called Space Mother, not Mother Nature then. See, that's how that works. See, that way Mother Nature and Father Time can play with each other. See, that's how that works. You get the fancy gold wrenches there. It's these top line stuff.
Let this,
Now you gotta be careful with your brake switch not getting damaged when you flip that thing over. So,
I'm just gonna.
yeah, don't pinch the wiring off either.
Like
That, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's probably better. It's enough.
That'll work for now.
Yeah, I try to get them as flat as I can, but that's I don't want to push the wiring too much. You can cut stuff off pretty easy. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the cover off up there. Now we can try to do a combination. Let's get the master cylinder primed, and then we can try your pumping method if you want. But first you gotta get the master cylinder primed. That's the first problem. And I need a towel for me. There's a couple more towels right down here. Grab those. What are you looking for?
No, I got it.
Got it built.
Belt would have been nice this morning.
Okay, have your butt hanging on video again?
Not for free.
The fans like that.
Not for free.
I don't know. I think you're dishing
Yeah,
out for free.
You gotta set up a Patreon account.
I have one, just nobody uses it because I don't do anything with it. I think I got 3 people that give me money. Yeah, I mean, my friend said I have to give everybody free stuff to get them on Patreon. I go, what the hell's the advantage of Patreon if I'm paying them to be on there? How's that do anything for me? I give them free videos. Dude, how much more you want? Well, I don't know. That's a different market, so I'm not doing that. So then the camera up in the air here. Okay, I want to see the fluid level here, what we're doing. Okay, so much fluid we got. Okay, that's enough fluid. We don't need more. How come that's all dark?
Let's suck it out of there.
Is that old donkey fluid? It should be purple. How come that's nasty looking fluid? So, isn't that purple you're putting in there?
What color stuff is?
Well, I hope you're not putting dot 3 or 4 in it.
Top 5.
Should be purple. Purple in there? Put some on your finger. Yeah, put in the lid. There you go. That's not purple.
Oops, what came in there?
Should be purple.
I don't know, it's not purple.
It used to be. Okay, see how the bubble came right up there top? Okay, on this match, see the holes are way up here on the top and not down the center, so it's actually being a little bit angle. It's good. Okay, see every time that air bubble comes up, that means you have fluid replacing it. If you blow on it, see how the bubble goes instantly out? So you just barely move the lever, not very much, doesn't take much. And every now and you give it a full, you go about halfway and let go. Anything else come up there? I mean, you don't want to pump it real fast because all that does is aerate it. Aerated bleeding is very hard to do because it's full of air. Okay, now we should have fluid inside the cylinder now. Now it's just a matter of, you know, it's pumping back and forth and not doing much. The other trick is I put my finger over, I take this off, I put my finger over the hole, and I can bench bleed with my finger. And I get pressure, then I hook the line back up. Then I know this has 100% pressure in it, fluid at that point.
So you're just trying to get air out from this tube that's going over here right now?
Well, right now the air from down below is coming up right now. So if you tap a little bit, the air actually comes up. See if it sits a little bit, see how much air I get?
Yeah.
Where do you think the air came from? See, now it's no more air, see? It's almost nothing. But if you go down here, do this, wait just a little bit, let the fluid go down, the air come up, air comes up. It'll bleed the whole system out. Just gravity, that's gravity bleeding. It takes time.
Without ever opening the
Yeah.
bottom?
I don't open up until the very end. All I want is to get that little air that's at the very top of the caliper. The little bubble you get right there, that's the only time I do it. My experience is every time you open that thing up, you screw up the system because now you let more air in it. Okay, so now we try pumping it. Let's see if we get some pumping going on. Me, I don't do it this way, but you can try it. I know you want to do it, so. Okay, so you want to go in there and do that? I'll work the master cylinder, you work the bottom. So I would do the highest caliper first, which is going to be the other side.
All right, we're leaking right away, so that's a problem.
Why is it leaking?
Leaking right here.
Well, that means we got a problem. Whenever you get a leak on a brake, you stop because it'll never bleed with leaky. So we got the copper washer leaking or the line leaking.
Looks like it's leaking at the line. Right here.
Use a towel, wipe it down. So get the hose and stuff out of the way. Pull the wrench off, get all that crap out of there. Okay, wipe off all of that, dead dry. Put your finger under it, make sure it's dry. Okay, is it dry now? Check the line on the back side, so it might be coming from above. It's dry. Okay, everything's dry right now?
Yeah.
Run your finger across everything, make sure it's dry. Do underneath the banjo, everything. It's all dry?
Yeah, we're dry.
Okay, so now we just gotta wait for it to get wet down there. So I'm gonna go up here, play a little bit. Let me know when you're getting a little bubble or something down there, or a little drip. Try to check the line where it goes on the fitting in the banjo, and the banjo wash the caliper. All of those things. The highest wet spot is where it's coming from. Any moisture yet? Maybe it came off the bleeder screw when you're playing with that, maybe. Is the bleeder screw all dry now too? Make sure it's tight. See, the fluid's going down, so where's it going? See? Every air bubble means that is being replaced by fluid.
And on this side.
And this will look like it's not doing a damn thing until the last 2 pumps. It's hard. Okay, we need some more fluid because see how we're getting real close to level here. You want to make sure you don't put air in the system. Okay. See now I'm getting these fine bubbles now. Look at those fine bubbles now. See that's coming up from below. All the aeration and stuff. See all the fine stuff now?
Yep.
No more big bubbles. That's where you go like this on the lines and stuff. Hit the lines up below and just hit them a little bit. So wipe up that fluid on the floor so you can see if it's fresh. Okay, check for leak again up top.
Yeah, we're leaking again right here.
Okay, how far up is it leak?
It's leaking right here. It appears. It's hard to tell if it's running up or not.
So it's on the back side of the nut or on the front side of the nut?
Tatro, it's hard to tell. Might be on the back side of it.
Okay, let's go and get the wrench on that. Let's rotate it a little. Take it off, rotate it, slide, and put it back on. See, it could be a bad crimp up under here where they crimped it, which means it leaks out of the back side of the nut. If it leaks out of the front side of the nut, usually it's the taper. They got a chrome taper. It could be the chrome is a problem. It's not an even surface, something like that.
Shit, that was really loose.
That explained it. Okay, see how this line now is way over here? So now loosen that up. Remember the screwdriver shirt?
Bunny,
Yeah.
come eat.
Need a socket in there maybe to help do that. Go get that snap-on, the clip-on socket that stays on, the fat one. Put that on there, it'll help hold it. And we can use that for the tool. You got yours in your box there too. Isn't that little fancy tray you bought? The big one. See, I thought we checked all these before we took them off, but I guess not. We did, we just didn't check them very good. Push it on, there you go. You're on. Okay, just put that, you just basically, that's just a pivot point.
Right.
Okay, put your, okay, let's get this thing loosened up. Now, if you put your angle where you're not pushing down on this, you're pushing that way, it's 90 degrees to this angle. See, right now you're in line with this, you're going to try to spin this around. If you put this wrench down low at 90 degrees, it's going to be neutral pressure. It's going to do the nut and not want to turn it. It's going to want to push it that direction, understand? See, now it's not going to have much bending going on to what you're trying to do. Just try to loosen it without it moving out. Have to get further down. Okay, so now I'm going to try to rotate as much as I can, which ain't much.
We want this up though.
Yes, you do.
For sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to rotate this around. See how I'm rotating as much as I can?
Yep.
Now tighten that nut down. Why don't you wait and tighten the nut down? I'm holding this thing tight. Tighten it. You move moving it. Where's the screwdriver? You didn't put the screwdriver in there. Okay, let me get in here. Okay, you hold that on. I'm gonna hold
I
this.
like where that's at.
And you turn it where you want it. Okay. Alright. Now tighten your ratchet. Tighten the ratchet.
It's tight.
Okay, wipe it all down. Got a gap in here, so we're good. Okay, I'll go back up here. Should be a bunch of air here now. Actually, it's not too bad. A lot of fine bubbles. There's some big ones coming now. See all that air we introduced down there has to come up here now, has to work its way up. I'm getting a lever a little bit starting to come in now. Do some more bubbles. See all the fine bubbles where you're just pumping the piss out of it? That's what those are all from, this aeration. When you start seeing the fluid poop up a little bit, that means it's getting a lot of fluid in it. See here how the fluid pumps up when you go real fast? We're just about pumped up here now. See how it preaches up like that? We actually have a break right now.
Where it squirts up the
Yeah.
top. Yeah.
If we go too
Yeah.
fast. See all those fine bubbles coming up?
Yeah.
That's all. See, we got a break already. It's just we got fine bubbles. We have to let those fine bubbles work their way up.
Man, this is so much easier than the way I was doing it.
Gravity. Mother Nature helps you. Just use it. See, we're not getting any more air now. One big bubble, but all fine. Real micro. It's real fine stuff now. You hardly even see it. See those small ones every now and then come up. We get a hard lever. Okay, now you go down and do your brake line breather. Or I mean, let's pop your fitting down there. The bleeder screw.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put that on there. I'll pull up a lever, we'll pop it, and give it a squirt. You're gonna get some bubbles come out. We'll probably do 2 squirts, is all we really need, I bet. The key is you gotta stop it before I bottom out the master cylinder on the squirting. So I always like closing the bleeder screw under pressure, so you make sure there's no air in there at all. Okay, I'm holding. What are you doing down there? Too many fancy tools. You see that towel right there? That's all you needed. Pop it.
Alright. I'm open.
Close it.
Close.
Any air come out that you noticed?
Not that I can tell.
Okay, again.
Open.
Close it, close it, close it. You open it too far. I bottomed out my lever up here. We'll be about 5 minutes.
She ate all your eggs ready.
She did? She got them?
No, just she ate some.
Okay, this time let only like about half that heavy fluid starts coming out, just only about half. Put the rag underneath the bleeder screw and it won't get so messy. Do it the other way. Keep going. Lock it. See how it was all fluid, no air? Okay, lock it down for good. See, I didn't go very far. I only dropped about a quarter. Clean fluid. Okay, now you go on the other side, we do the same thing. We got a full lever up here already. See, there's no air to speak of hardly in there. Okay, whenever you're ready, pop it.
Okay, I'm open.
Okay, close it. See any air come out?
Nope.
I didn't hear anything, so that's a good sign. Okay, release. Let it sit for a second. Hit it again. Not yet.
We did. I was open.
Okay, I'm not ready yet. I'm working my master cylinder.
You tell me when
Okay,
you're ready.
go ahead and pop it and give me about clean fluid about halfway and then stop. It's not going down.
Open.
Okay, it's coming down. Lock it down. Clean fluid.
Yep.
Okay, see once it says okay, then I let go up here. And let it sit for a second, see if there's any bubbles at all. No bubbles, 100% clean. And we have a break up here big time. Okay, lock it down, wipe everything off, make sure there's no fluid on everything. That way we can tell if there's a leak. Just give it a good full wipe down. You want to use a fresh paper towel, now that thing's dirty. Wipe everything, caliper, bottom of caliper, everything. Then you run your hands over it, make sure your hands are dry too. Then you run your hands across everything, make sure there's no fluid anywhere, because you will not see the fluid, but you'll feel it real quick. So run your hands across all that stuff, make sure there's nothing on it. Everywhere, caliper, everywhere, underneath, all that, nothing, all dry. No fluid anywhere. Okay.
Right over here.
Okay, let's go on the other side, do the same thing. Okay, make sure it's all dry again. Clean?
Yep.
Okay, check your key up top. Make sure there's nothing under there. Make sure it's all dry, it should be, just double check.
Yep, no leaks here.
Okay, come over here now. Okay, squeeze the lever very slowly because it's going to shoot up the squirt. See if there's any air at all come out. You go a little faster now, but okay, let go. Nothing? Yeah, no, not quite that fast. See how much it squirts?
Yeah.
See, there's no air. Okay, so how's the brake feel? About as good as it always has? It's right there, nice and hard.
Yeah, she feels good.
Now I would just let this sit here while we're gone. Put the cover up on here real quick.
Okay.
Because I don't like to have an open air. We're gonna go eat our breakfast or lunch or whatever we're gonna call this. We'll come back here in a few minutes and we'll check the bubble and see if there's any more bubble. I don't think there's gonna be any, but we'll just check it because the air is gonna come up while we're waiting. And what's nice about this method is every time you turn the bars and the master cylinder's in that angle, you give a couple of twitches with the lever right here. You just give a couple of these like this right here.
Yep.
It's gonna let bubbles up if it didn't get caught in there.
Right.
It automatically it's bleeding all the time, as long as you let it help you. But you have to have the cylinder where it's at this angle or it won't do it.
Right.
So, 'cause I just do that all the time, just give it a couple pumps, and sometimes you feel a difference, because if they got air up in there for some reason.
Right.
But most of the time, it's not gonna make any difference.
That's a lot.
Ideally, you don't want it to make any difference, but sometimes it does. And dot 5, this works really, really well on. Dot 3 and 4 are thinner viscosity. It just doesn't work as good, or it's thicker. I don't know. The viscosity is different. It doesn't bleed as full doing it this method. But dot 5, it works great gravity bleeding. I love it. It's good stuff. And it's simple, and there's almost no mess because you're only got a couple of dribbles at the end.
This is so much easier than the way I did it.
And it's
usually me and her.
and you see the air come right out and you're done. That's it. And you can do it yourself on this side. The other side you can't reach because the bike's so tall, but you can just be up here and work the hand on this side real easy on this caliper.
Right.
And so it's not hard to do it. And you can, if you're by yourself, you need to get it done, you can actually take a bungee cord and wrap it with pressure on it and do it down there. And you can do it yourself.
Right.
You just have to put something up here to put tension on it.
Right.
I always like shutting the bleeder when it's halfway down, so I know it's still got pressure on it.
Right.
If you got fluid coming out, there's no air coming back up.
Right.
You cracked the valve, I was off, but we didn't have any. The only thing you had going was gravity, and you didn't open enough to make it come down.
Right.
So, and all it would take is just lightly hit it and just crack it, and that air would come right back out anyway, because it's stuck right there in the bleeder. It's not going back downhill and up. The air is going to stay right there where that bleeder screw is. Now, all those fancy bleeders and all the other crap that go on there, as soon as you crack that fitting and let the hole open up, you're sucking shit around those threads. Air goes around the threads, it goes back. It's not just the hole, it's the threads.
Right.
You actually wiggle the thing, you'll see fluid dripping out or bubbles coming up. well, that means it's leaking.
Right.
So all those stupid things they do, they all don't work for me. Vacuum pumps, squirt, reverse flows, blow flow, I've done all of them. This works the best for me. All right, there you go.